All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Chris Allen recap, the 16th installment. So, the context of this one is it's really early in the morning. I have had a really fucking terrible day. I'm arguing with a lot of people, and I'm generally in a bad mood. But, hopefully that doesn't affect what I'm going to talk about today. And honestly, this is just to get my opinion out there and to waste some time. But the picture here, like last episode, has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about. I didn't know what picture to put, so I just got a couple of copy bars on the screen. Here you go. So further context for what we're talking about today, which, spoiler alert, is about treating people certain ways. Now, I was just watching an Aspen Gold video about Twitch and, the booby hot tub streamers and how it's an issue, and I agree it's an issue, but that could be another video, but it probably won't be, because, who really cares? But, if you're interested, say something in the comments, even though I got no comments, but anyway. I was kind of thinking, in the video, Aspen Gold said, oh, you should treat all people fairly. And, generally I agree, and I'm really hoping putting this out here doesn't come to bite me in the ass eventually. Because in my sick mind, I feel like this could bite me in the ass, what I'm about to say, which is my opinion. But opinions change, so hopefully in the future, my opinion could change if people see this as bad, but I think what I'm about to say is correct. But anyway, which is why I'm going to say it. My opinion is, he was saying, people deserve to be treated fairly, right? And I always agree. I always agree people deserve to be treated fairly. But where I kind of disagree, or I think needs further clarification, is, do people need to be continued to be treated fairly? And what do I mean by that? So I believe, now this is where you can kind of argue and debate me. I feel as if at the beginning everyone should be treated fairly, because you don't know how the other person is going to act or how they're going to do things. Everyone that you don't know should be treated with a certain level of rules and respect, aka fairly. They shall be subject to the same thing. Now, that same thing can be argued of, okay, what do you deem as a level of respect that's comparable to someone you don't know, like what's, applicable, versus, what you think is good and bad. So, for instance, my thing is, for random people, I always try and treat them with the utmost respect. And I try and, not do anything at their expense, because I don't know who they are. I don't know, okay, and this is kind of where it might get me into trouble, kind of if they deserve it or not. So what do I mean by that? As I've kept saying for a while now, you should treat everyone with respect, but once you get to know them, that's when you treat them differently. Now, that doesn't mean good or bad. It means however they deserve to be treated. I don't know why a lot of people, or at least in my mind, a lot of people get hung up on the fact oh yeah, you should treat everyone nicely. No, you should treat strangers nicely because you don't know if they deserve to be treated nicely or not, so you should give them the benefit of the doubt. However, if you meet someone, and I'll give you the great example. If you meet someone, let's say Hunter, oh boy, I hope he doesn't watch this, but he probably will. Let's say you meet someone like Hunter, who, in my opinion, is kind of like an animal person. And, he kind of treats you as a means to an end for other people's laughter. He basically uses you at your own expense. How do you deal with that? You treat him badly. Well, you don't treat him badly, but you don't treat him with respect anymore. I'm not advocating for treating people badly, but here's what I'm talking about, right? The way I try and do things is, let's say I treat every random person I meet with respect, and I become friends with them. I become friends with 5 random people. If one of those people is really, really nice, and they treat me with respect, I'm going to treat them even better than I initially did, because obviously I would treat a person I know better than a stranger that I like. Strangers still get a certain amount of respect, but if I learn who you are and I see you're a nice person, I'm going to treat you even better than I would. But let's say I treat you with respect and you're a shithead, right? let's just say 4 of the random people that I just mentioned are fucking shitheads, and they try and take advantage of you. They're just assholes. They lie to you. They do certain things that, in my opinion, kind of disrespects the respect I give them. Then I'm either gonna A, most likely just not talk to them anymore and cut myself off from them, or B, if they continue to be in my presence, even though I don't want them to be, or they want to hang around but they're not complete assholes, because not everything is black and white, then I'm gonna treat them a little worse, aka what I kind of do with Hunter. So that's basically the thought I had and want to get out there. I don't know if that was coherent at all. I maybe might try and put a little bit more examples out, but ironically enough, this should be one of the shorter Chris Allen recaps, which I'm very happy for. And God, I really, really hope this doesn't bite me in the ass. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. Like, I'm all in favor, and I love when people say everyone should be treated fairly. I absolutely agree 110% with that. Everyone at first should be treated fairly, but then you should treat people how they deserve to be treated. Now, this is kind of where you get into the gray area of, oh, what if I think this person deserves to be treated, in a worse way because I don't think that they were respectful towards me? That's where you get into a matter of opinions. And it's really, really hard because obviously whoever says their opinion thinks their opinion is right. Well, if they're saying it, at least in this context. Obviously, someone could say their opinion and believe it's wrong, but just say it's right. Yeah, I think no gravity is right because it's my opinion. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about serious shit. So, well, semi-serious shit. So, oh God, where was I going with this now? I just, confused myself. Oh no. These are always the best, man. Fuck. Okay, anyway. So, basically what I'm trying to say is okay, let's say I believe treating people with respect and getting respect back is being courteous, being kind, and not being a fucking dickhead. But let's say someone thinks being a dickhead, or not even that, let's just say someone, not even providing, holding a door for someone else. Let's just say they take that as a disrespect. Me personally, if someone doesn't hold the door for me, I don't care. I don't think they're an asshole. I don't think anyone is obligated to hold the door for me. But another person might say, oh, they've disrespected me because I see them not doing a common courtesy as disrespectful, therefore I'm going to treat them worse. At that point, it's kind of a gray area. It's okay, according to their opinion, that's correct. Them not holding a door open for you if you're going through the door after them is disrespectful. But me personally, I don't see it as disrespectful. So maybe ultimately this whole thing is kind of flawed, my whole logic, but it's the logic I operate by and the logic I think makes sense. Because obviously if you treat everyone with respect, I feel as if a lot of people would take advantage of it. Now maybe that's just my cynical self not believing in people. And, I feel like good people are often taken advantage of and get shitted on more often than not. Not saying I'm a good person, but just in general. But this is how I operate. And I kind of want to get out there to maybe not inspire people, because again, this could be fairly dangerous and it could fuck me over, but just in general, get it out there, hopefully give people their own opinion, because like I said before, I make these for God knows why. But today I had an excess amount of time, my bot game is down so I can't even play it, and I don't want to start playing video games and I have a terrible day, so hopefully something different will change it, even though this isn't too out of line. But anyway, before I go on and on and on, this has been the Chris Allen recap. That's my opinion. Hopefully you understood it. If God knows anyone watches this, please comment if you care or not. Anyway, that's it. I'm out of here. I hope you enjoyed.